you, and don't forget to take a sec to reset. Have a good one.
Thank you, Frida. So, any cord cutters in the room? Or people that watch shows on your phone, or your tablet, or TV, or all at the same time? All of that. Our next speaker can tell us a little something about the way people are consuming information. So please welcome to the stage, Nick Garramone.
I first want to start off by thanking Frida for helping me calm down before this presentation in front of 535 people. My mic is not on. Is my mic on? Okay, thanks, Zach. Oh, I'm a little bit too loud here. In 1990, as an undergraduate biochemistry major, I, through a series of fortunate events, got an internship at the top-rated TV station in Denver, Colorado. And it was at the TV station in those early years, and frankly not at the lab, where I learned about the ability for television to inspire and to engage. It was also at that time, strangely enough, that I developed a passion for local television advertising. So throughout my early jobs in local broadcast and local cable, I knew that television wasn't really good at targeting or using data, not sophisticated at all. But having a science background and being enthralled by technology, I knew one day would come when things would change. And that day came a few years ago, but today we are seeing a revolution in the way that people consume television content. They're getting better content anywhere they want, as much as they want, whenever they want. And for advertisers, organizations, and candidates, this truly is television advertising's renaissance. Though you wouldn't think so if you read the apocalyptic headlines in the paper about the death of television. Well, I'm here to tell you that the death of television has been greatly over-exaggerated. Now, you can't blame people because we're all enamored with these devices, the smartphone, the iPad, the desktop connected televisions, et cetera. And quite frankly, the digital industry has some compelling offers, including, and especially in advertising. What we haven't done a good job of, and what I haven't done as good of a job of, is really describing the connection people have with TV. In fact, if you take a look at fourth quarter, according to Nielsen, an average adult spent more than 31 hours consuming television. And in the cable industry where I work, we're putting all of our resources to ensure that our subscribers can get the same content on the big screen as a little screen on the left. Television is truly everywhere today. Now, the number one reason why people spend so much time with TV is because our industry spends tens of billions of dollars to produce and deliver high-quality, brand-safe content. There are hundreds of series that come out every year, and literally thousands of sporting events where local fans get to watch their favorite teams. And of course, there's a surfeit of news out there. It's probably no surprise that the activities over the past couple of years have driven up viewership to national cable networks and other cable and other news sources out there. But what may surprise you is that 86% of the time people spend with television content, it's ad-supported. And that was in 2017. That same number, that same ratio, was happening in 2007. Now, we've always known that the content is engaging and the messages within that content is engaging. Well, today, the ability to target those messages is becoming more sophisticated. That means that you can send a message or messages at a state, congressional district, county, neighborhood, even individual household level. And with all of the resources being poured into moving that content into multiple devices, those messages can now be delivered inside of multiple screens. Plus, the cable industry is expanding our capacity to be able to addressably deliver those messages within on-demand and live programming. Now, we've got all of the content, and we have all of the abilities to go ahead and target. We just need the fuel, and that's data. And this is where I really get excited, because I've been working with some really smart people, and we've wrestled the enormity of set-top box data and other digital viewing data and matched it with voter files and consumer information so that we know what people are watching and when they're watching them. And then we can identify high concentrations of those targets and put together campaigns to go ahead and deliver messages within those targets. I do need to pause here because at all levels of our industry, we take protecting and respecting people's information very, very seriously. So now, you've heard me talk about my enthusiasm for television. You've heard me talk about my excitement about television advertising. And you know that I'm a data geek because I love data and analytics overall. The other thing that I love about what I do for work is to take the complex and make it simple. In fact, I actually tease my peers that I am the CSO in the industry, the Chief Simplification Officer. My first role, I think we all need one of those, right? Maybe even at home. And my first role in local cable was to take the complexity of delivering a local cable advertising campaign across 2,600 individual geographies and dozens of networks and be able to deliver that in just a few easy transactions. Well, hundreds of us over the past few years, in collaboration with the political community and especially with the advertising community, have been working on taking all of those amazing advancements that I just described and weaving them into campaigns, advertising campaigns that can be targeted anywhere in the country, including all the way down to the household level. What we've done is we've been able to take data, all the screens that are available to us, package it up in an ad tech-enabled e-business platform. So my colleagues at NCC Media and everybody else, our peers throughout the industry, can create powerful, targeted advertising video campaigns at scale, very simply. So I started my story 28 years ago for you guys, if you were doing the math, alluding to my love of science. And I described very briefly how all throughout television we have advanced. I'm excited to say that when I look back over the past 3 decades, my two passions have converged. And what I'm really excited about for me and my colleagues and for everybody in the advertising community is what the future is going to bring for us in television, in advertising, and quite frankly, for the consumers who are watching our product. Thank you.